everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kristen with Monarch Plans, and today I am back with a plan with me for the week of Christmas. It is actually the week of December 19th through the 25th. So I am going to kick off this plan with me by using kit 345 from my shop. It is kind of a festive Christmas type kit with some full boxes and everything. I have all of the sheets here just in case. I don't know if I'll use the washi tape or the washi sheet, but I do have the main kit, which has some fun Christmas trees and boxes, additional labels, sidebar stuff, and then the headers. So I think I'll just get started and put down some washi and everything. And this is probably going to be a pretty chatty plan with me, just because obviously I haven't put out a video in a little while. My main kind of thing I've been working on and reason why I haven't really been filming is I really focused on getting ready for Black Friday this year, because last year was absolutely insane and there was a lot of things that I knew I needed to improve in my shop based on what happened last year. So I wanted to focus on those things before kind of jumping in and kind of overloading myself with doing extra videos and all that kind of stuff. So that is where I have been. I am happy to report that I am completely done with processing Black Friday orders. I finished those actually last weekend. So really it only took about at most 2 weeks to send out all of my orders, which was actually faster, or actually I would say right on time with what I expected. I set my shipping time to be like 2 to 3 weeks in the shop and everything, just to be cautious. And I had kind of a disclaimer that it could be extended from there if it needed to be, but I was really hoping I wouldn't need things to be extended any further. But if I've learned anything from my shop, you always want to be flexible as possible and give yourself time if you need it. So I wanted to make sure that kind of the shipping timeline was reasonable and I could extend it if I needed to. But I got things done really quickly, mainly because I had everything prepared beforehand. So I am really, really happy about that, because if you ordered in 2021, you know, it took me pretty much into January to get all of my orders done. And there were just so many things that contributed to that. I think the biggest one was that my cutting machine, my silhouette machines, were just not cutting straight at all. It didn't matter how many times I tried to calibrate. It didn't matter if I would like adjust my designs and things to be just like slightly, you know, one way or the other to account for any like miscuts. It's hard to explain the process if you haven't had to deal with silhouettes before, but it was, I would say, hundreds of errors in terms of pages that I would print and try to cut, and they would be completely wrong, completely off. And so I can easily say that was like the most frustrating thing I probably have ever had to deal with, which sounds really dramatic, and it sounds like such a ridiculous thing to be so upset over like Black Friday and a shop thing, but it was really, really hard, especially when I knew that I'm trying to fulfill these orders for people and people were getting a little upset, even though I was trying to have some open communication, everything. So all that to say, I was really, really focused this year on being prepared for Black Friday. And luckily I have a different cutting machine now. I have a much, much, much more accurate cutting machine, a much faster cutting machine. So my process was very, very different, but so much better. So I'm really happy that I'm back filming and everything. I'll have videos coming out pretty consistently. I have a plan going into the new year and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited. I'll be back for the next month or so. And we'll hopefully be a little bit more consistent. I know I say that all the time, but we have some high hopes here. So I am just putting down these day labels, these headers, and then I will white out these things here. I have mostly been planning in a different planner, but I've been doing some spreads occasionally in here. If you haven't seen on Instagram, I have been planning a lot in a Hobonichi Cousin, and that is a planner that has months, weeks, and days in it. And so I found that really, really nice, and I actually had never really heard of that planner before. So when I saw it and I was able to start experimenting with it, I was really excited. So I picked up one of those and I've been experimenting with it over the past few months, and I really, really like it. So I have been planning in there, so I haven't been very consistent in this planner. The fun part is in the Hobonichi, even though it doesn't have this exact layout with like the broken out boxes, I can easily do that and make that myself because the layout is pretty much just like a graph paper type look. It has just like lines. So I'm able to still kind of do the same thing just in that different planner. And starting in January, I have kits that started in January or that start in January for the Hobonichi Cousin and the weeks. So if you're interested in those planners, then you can pick those up if that's something you want to do. But I wanted to make sure I had kits for the planner that I'm using, so I made sure I made those. So that was kind of my motivation for that. I realized recently that a lot of the stickers I make are just ones that I realize that I need, and I'll make them for myself and then realize like, oh, I guess I can also sell these. I don't really a lot of times go through and think like, okay, what does everybody else need in the community, which I guess is probably something I should do. As a sticker shop owner, I just kind of make things that I think would be helpful for myself, and hopefully they're helpful for other people as well. But anyways, there is that. I think I might try and set up the rest of the sidebar. We have here this little sidebar sheet, some habit stuff, and I think I will do this down here at the bottom. And then I think I'll use it for meals this week. I'm trying to think if there's any reason why I should use this for anything else. I'll also do a couple habit trackers. I don't think I need to be tracking a bunch of things. So I think I'll do a green one and a pink one just to mix it up a little bit. And then there we go. So I think that's good for the sidebar there. What I am going to do though is put in my next week sticker just so I can keep things in mind for the upcoming week, because I know I have a couple things happening in the week between Christmas and New Year's. So I think that that's good for the sidebar. I also want to say really quickly, I have like a little bit of a different lighting setup because I rearranged my desk in my office. And so my lights that I previously used, they're just really clunky and big, and I'm trying to figure out some other way to do lighting. So I apologize. In my camera, the way I'm looking at it now, it looks really, I don't know, like bright on one side, dark on the other. So if that's how it ends up looking when I publish this, I apologize, and I'll try and figure out something else. But I'm just trying to make sure that I can keep my office really organized and not have just like this huge space that's only dedicated to filming with like these giant lights all set up. Anyways, that's like a story for another day. But that is it for, like I said, the sidebar, the washi, everything is all set up. What I think I'm going to do before I move on is I have this little sticker book I got at Michael's. It's Pastel Christmas, and it has like a bunch of different types of stickers and like different themes and stuff like that. So you can kind of see what this looks like. There's a bunch of different things in here, and there's this perfect little Merry Christmas clear sticker here that I think I'm going to use if I can get it off. That's kind of the thing I found with these stickers, is they're a little hard to peel. So it's this cute little Merry Christmas. It matches like the light green, some of the pinks and everything in here. So I think I'll mark that maybe right here. And it's kind of just going to block off part of the day. I'm looking at these boxes and trying to decide how I want to use them because I do want to put in some boxes. I've mentioned before that I really love when I have like a holiday week, how I'm able to kind of put in the different, like just more decoration than I normally would. So I think I will do, actually, I think I'll do this where it's like a little bit further down. I like these little dots. I think I'll do on Tuesday. And then, let's see, I'll just kind of keep on putting these down and keep chatting a little bit. So the other thing I wanted to mention, I have like things in my head that I want to make sure that I talk about, just because obviously I haven't published a video in a little while, and I'll have plan with me's over the next few weeks. So you will be able to see kind of those regular videos, but then I'll have some of the more like end of the year wrap up type videos. So I have, like 2023 goals. I'll have like a 2023 planner stack discussion. I'll also show you a flip through of my 2022 planners, I think. And so you can see kind of how I transitioned my planning over the course of the year, which is actually really fun to look at. And then a monthly plan, stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things coming up. And then in January, I have a bunch of videos planned. But what I mainly want to mention is that, and I'll talk about this kind of in my planner stack video a little bit, is that I am going to be obviously using my Hobonichi Cousin planner in 2023. I guess that's kind of like a spoiler alert. I'll be using the Hobonichi Cousin, but I'm also going to be doing plan with me's for different types of planners just throughout the year. So I think something that I really enjoy is I like to use stickers and experiment with layouts, even if it's maybe not a planner that I'm actually wanting to use. That really just helps me as like a sticker shop owner to determine what needs to change for certain sticker kits and stuff like that. But I think it also helps you guys because I know there's a lot of people that are looking to find plan with me's in these different layouts, and sometimes you can't find what you're looking for and it can be a little frustrating. So I like to try to make sure I'm including plan with me's for different types of layouts and everything. I don't just want to do Hobonichi Cousin. So if you're someone who doesn't use a Hobonichi planner or isn't, you know, doesn't care about Hobonichi at all, I'm not just going to turn this into like a Hobonichi channel. So I will still be using some Erin Condren planners. I'll still be planning in here. Occasionally I'll probably be pulling out like an hourly, a vertical. I'll do a daily duo one, you know, stuff like that. So I'll have videos throughout the year that are not just focused on one planner brand. So just wanted to put that out there because I know some people are, it can be a little bit disappointing when you are subscribed to someone and then all of a sudden they change like their whole direction and you're like, wait a minute, like I didn't really, you know, I wasn't really, I didn't really understand like how that change was going to be made. So that is what's going to happen with that. So there are all the boxes, and I think we'll just get started with planning out some things that are going on. Obviously it is Christmas week, but I still have a lot of stuff. I think it really, I guess, helps that Christmas is at the very end of the week because it's still going to be very productive throughout the whole week up until Sunday, obviously it's the weekend, and then I have Monday off, so I am going to be doing a lot of stuff for work. Again, it's my busy season at work as well, so there's still so much stuff to get done, even though we're all kind of taking a little bit of time off this upcoming weekend. So I think what I'll do is put in the labels like I have before. I've just sped through kind of writing things down and putting them into the planner. I'll talk you through what that looks like at the very end, but try not to make this super duper long. We're already like 17-ish minutes in, 16 minutes in. So hopefully this isn't incredibly long and I can show you exactly what this looks like at the very end. So let me speed through this really quick and I will be right back. So this is how everything looks here now with some to-do list items. Obviously I have some space to fill some things in, but I was able to put in a couple to-do list items for work and add a couple things here for my like stuff to do at home, especially Monday, just some things I'd like to wrap up before the week really gets going. And then other than that, I just filled in a couple things for my shop down here in terms of running to the post office, doing some listings and some stuff for my new releases. And then finally here at the bottom, I'm using this as kind of like a health tracker here. I have a couple icons where I'm planning to do a workout. I have these little stickers that are little rowing icons because that is the workout that I'm planning to do. So I'm using these. I also have other icons printed, so I'll add those in case I do like a cycling workout or a treadmill, that sort of thing. So I have these for now. I might add a couple different things if I plan to do things on other days as well. But other than that, I just have my daily plan, which is essentially just writing down what I plan to eat for that day. And if I follow it, then I can mark it on my habit tracker. If I don't, then I don't mark it on my habit tracker, obviously. But that is it for kind of what else I put on here. I added a couple little things. I think mainly were the stickers here. And then I have like a day off sticker because I won't be doing anything for the shop on Christmas. I'm really trying to kind of get everything done on Friday with my shop stuff in terms of taking things to the post office, but if I can, I'll try and get that done earlier in the week so I really don't have anything to do over the weekend. And like I mentioned before, it is a longer weekend for me because I have Monday off, obviously, since Sunday is Christmas. So the only other thing is the sidebar here. So I just have a couple things to double check tracking on some of the packages that I sent out for gifts to my family members. I have a package that is on the way to me, but it isn't showing tracking. So I'm just kind of consistently checking on that to see if there's any movement and see if I need to reach out to the post office. This is just a reminder that I'm on week 2 of the Peloton rowing program. And then finally, just some reminders for next week. I have my mini kit or my mystery kit vault sale that'll happen next week. I have a few of Andrew's cousins coming to stay with us, and then it's New Year's Eve, which is just so mind-boggling to think that we're almost in the new year. But anyways, that is it for this week. I am so happy to be back filming and putting out videos and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and stay tuned. I obviously, like I said, have a lot of different videos planned for the next few weeks. So you'll see more from me. I promise I won't disappear after this video. So anyways, that is it. I hope you guys have a great week. I'm so excited for Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you and your family. I hope everyone has a very, very fun and safe weekend and holiday. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.